Harvey Family Farm is known for their beautiful flowers, but before the April showers and the May flowers, there is planting to be done. And this morning, Jennifer Chisam with Harvey Family Farm is here to tell us about all of the bulbs, corms, and tubers they use to bring forth all of that springtime flowery beauty. How you doing?
Good morning. I'm good. How are you?
I'm going to be honest with you. I cannot wait until I see some flowers popping out of the ground.
You and me both. The snow is killing me.
And it was when I got out at -7 the other morning, that was not a good time. But we need this cold. We need this cold to kind of tamper down the bugs a little bit, help the soil. It helps the soil as well.
It does. The snow actually brings a lot of nitrogen into the soil.
It really does.
Yeah.
A lot of needed nutrients.
Yes.
But let's talk about, you're going to be planting soon.
We're already planting.
You're already planting.
We planted
you're
things
planting
in
24
the fall.
hours a day, 7 days a week.
Pretty much. It feels like it sometimes.
But we're talking about bulbs and starting plants from those. I know a lot of folks think seeds, but there's other ways to start plants as well.
The one that we're probably the most familiar with is a flower bulb. And so here we have a daffodil bulb, which most people are pretty familiar with. And you can see this one has been in my garage, but it's already starting to send up little sprouts and it's getting ready. Daffodils are a great example of a bulb. They're a classic, and they're if you're a beginner, daffodils are great. Start with daffodils. You got to get them kind of deep down in, but these daffodils will actually pop up through the snow. When I lived in Pennsylvania, they would come up through the snow and have a beautiful bloom.
Some of the first flowers you see in the early spring.
Yes.
Daffodils.
So we're talking about corms, tubers, and bulbs, and the thing they all have in common is that they're like a little lunchbox for the flower. This is how they store their energy. So that when they're in the spring, when it's time, they're ready and they have the nutrients and the food they need.
I've never heard them described as lunch boxes.
It's a little lunchbox.
I like that. So, okay, I've heard of tubers and I've heard of bulbs, but you got one called a corm, and I've never heard that term before.
A corm. So this one that I have to share today, and it's kind of small. This is a ranunculus corm. So this is another little lunch box, and it looks very much like an octopus. But corms come in a bunch of different shapes. The big difference between a bulb and a corm is that a bulb is layered. So it's much more like how an onion has layers. You can peel apart. I don't want to, but you can peel apart your daffodil bulbs, but you can't your corms. But these two are very similar.
And ranunculus has got to be one of the most fun names in all of the plant kingdom. I mean, I love that name. It's just so much fun.
It's just ranunculus. It sounds like ridiculous. Yeah.
So you've got the corm, you've got the bulb. So show us a tuber. And I think the biggest tuber that most folks may be familiar with is a potato.
Yes, and that's actually what I brought today. So I did not want to dig up my dahlia tubers. It's snowy. I didn't want to mess with it. Leave them alone.
Right.
So dahlias are really very much like a potato. In fact, some people eat them.
Really?
I haven't tried them. I'm going to have to try some next year.
Well, you do that and let me know.
I will.
Because I'm going to tell you something. I've never met a potato I didn't like.
Same. Oh, all the ways.
All the ways.
All the ways. But dahlia tubers look very much like a little potato. They're a little longer, but a potato or a dahlia tuber is just like a chunky root piece.
Yeah.
But again, it's the lunchbox. That's where all the nutrients and the food is stored over the winter to be able to bloom in the spring.
All right. I've learned a lot this morning. And I'm sure our viewers have too. Thank you so much, Jennifer.
Thank you. It's good to see you again.
Cannot wait till you bringing in those bunches of flowers.
Hopefully the next time I come, we'll have buckets.
All right. Sounds great. Hey, it's Harvey Family Farm, located right here in Johnson City, 101 Harvey Lane. If you want to find out more, give them a call right there. Check out their website as well.